Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the June 14th Glendale Housing Authority meeting. May we have the roll call, please?
Authority members: Devine.
Here.
Friedman.
Here.
Garpetian.
Here.
Kelly.
Here.
Najarian.
Here.
Barazian.
Here.
Chair Sinanian.
Here. What's next on the agenda?
The agenda for the June 14, 2016 regular meeting of the Glendale Housing Authority was posted on Friday, June 10, 2016 on the bulletin board outside City Hall.
Very well. Next.
Next is approval of minutes.
Do we have
Jorge. Second.
any objections? Without objections, the minutes are admitted as proposed. What's next?
Next item is oral communications. No cards were submitted for this portion of the meeting.
Very well. Next item.
Next item on the business agenda is Director of Community Development regarding update regarding selection process of affordable housing developer in response to requests for proposals for an affordable senior housing development on Housing Authority owned property at 5th Street and Sonora Avenue. 6A1 is a motion to note and file update on the selection process of a developer in response to a request for proposals for an affordable senior housing development on Housing Authority owned property at 5th Street and Sonora Avenue. At 6A2 is a motion to revise developer selection process for 5th and Sonora affordable senior housing development by increasing the list of developers to be interviewed by the Housing Authority and otherwise directed by the Housing Authority.
Mr. Ochoa.
Yes, sir. And may it please the Housing Authority Board, this is a seminal point in the RFP process for the 5th and Sonora housing development. So what we have, and as will be explained by Mr. Fortney, our principal housing project manager, is the point at which staff will present to you the three selections that we have by way of recommendation for the affordable housing development there at the property owned by the Housing Authority, and then at this time invite the authority itself to revise the RFP structure to add in any selections that you would like to by majority vote, so that when we return in July for interviews, we would have a full slate of potential development partners. So with that, Courtney.
All right, thank you. Good afternoon, Housing Authority Chair Sinanian and Housing Authority Board members. Mike Fortney, Housing Project Manager for the city. Just to give you a brief update on the RFP process. Back in October, the Housing Authority authorized staff to issue the RFP for a senior affordable housing project at the site. We issued that with a deadline of January 13th for developers to submit back to us. We received we received responses from 18 different development teams. I can't say that we received 18 different proposals because yes.
Sorry to interrupt you. I just asked the city attorney, and because I received a couple of campaign contributions from some of the affordable housing developers that are kind of down list on this, I'm going to recuse myself, even though there's no legal obligation to do so. I just don't think it would be right, perception-wise, for people to think there was any conflict. So I'm going to recuse myself from, even though you're not voting on a developer, I just want to make it very clear. So I'll recuse myself from this hearing. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So again, 18 different development teams submitted a response to us. Some of those had alternatives, different unit counts, different architectural styles, different financing packages. So in essence, there was in the low 20s in terms of actual proposals to us. So what we did from there, in accordance with the RFP, was we created an RFP review team, and that team consisted of staff from parks, planning, housing, and urban design. And we were tasked with reviewing all 18 of these. One of the proposals was rejected. It targeted moderate income versus low income. It was a for sale project as well, which did not disqualify it, but the fact that it was moderate income. So we evaluated the proposals based on development experience, development team and its partnerships, the design team, sources and uses, developer vision, housing cohesion, sustainability, additional benefits that the project might provide, the timeline, whether or not it was realistic, and just compliance to the RFP. I'm going to talk about the range of submittals that we got. First, let me name the groups that did submit to us. In alphabetical order, we had Abode Communities, B Group, Bridge Housing, Cesar Chavez Foundation, Community Development Partners, Ganji, Integral / Housing Alternatives. We had Integrity / Primus, Jamboree Housing. We had Link Housing and Core, Meta Housing, Mercy Housing, Pacific Companies, Retirement Housing Foundation, the Olson Company, the Richmond Group, Thomas Safran and Associates, and then finally West Hollywood Community Housing Corporation. So what the RFP selection team did was met numerous times and through a collaborative process narrowed down that group of 18, or well 17 I should say, down to a group of 6 that we felt best responded to the RFP, articulated their vision, had a good mix of units without it being overly massive to the project or to the site, and really that one that fit into the project or into the onto the site without it really standing out in the community, but rather be an amenity to the community. So we got that list down to 6. The 6 that we looked at were Abode Housing, B Group, Jamboree, Links, and Core, Retirement Housing Foundation, and then finally Thomas Safran and Associates. Those are the 6 that the RFP review team then interviewed. So we conducted interviews in a single day on all 6 of these, and then again through another collaborative process, brought that list down to 3: Abode Communities, Link/Core, and Thomas Safran and Associates. The RFP review team did not come with a consensus on the number 1 choice. So what we wanted to do is bring to you our top 3, have them interview for you on July 19th, and have the Housing Authority make the selection. We would then proceed with an exclusive negotiating agreement and on down the road, DDA or AHA, and go for the project. So that's the update. That's where we are now. And I'm happy to try to answer any questions you may have.
I have a question.
Yes, please, Mr. Garpetti.
After the selection, after the final selection, what is the process from there on? How involved this board is on design? To giving you our 2 cents as far as the design and open space and overall the project.
We could come back to the Housing Authority at any point during the negotiations if there are things that you really want to see, whether it be the size of the open space, the location of the open space, community amenities, any of those things. We can come back to the Housing Authority as many times as you like for direction.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Okay, what's next? How do we handle this?
If there was a desire to endorse just those 3 that were presented by Mr. Fortney, that is a motion that can be made, or if the floor were to be opened
Now's
to
the
your
time.
colleagues, now would be the time.
Okay, now is the time. If any of my colleagues want to add to the list of the finalists. Yes, Mr. Najarian?
I would like, and just so we're clear, this is only adding for a July 19th presentation, as well as maybe some more in-depth review by staff, as well as questioning by the authority as to the merits of the proposal.
Yes.
Just so I'm clear on that.
Yes.
Therefore, I would like to throw Pacific Companies into the mix.
And what do we need to do to endorse or not endorse that?
It would take a majority of the authority board.
Okay, let's take a vote then. May we have the roll call, please?
Need a second.
Oh, we'll need a second. Is there a second?
A
for
second.
that? Very well. May we have the roll call, please?
Authority members Devine,
Yes.
Friedman, Garpetian,
Yes.
Kelly,
Yes.
Najarian,
Yes.
Barazian,
Yes.
Chair Sinanian.
Yes. So Pacific has been added to the list of the recommended 3. Is there another entity?
I have one. I'd like
Councilmember
to add Ganji Development.
Do we have a second for that?
Second.
Very well. May we have the roll call, please?
Sorry, the second was.
Second was, yes, Mr. Najarian?
Authority members Devine,
Yes.
Friedman, Garpetian,
Yes.
Kelly,
Yes.
Najarian,
Yes.
Barazian,
Yes.
Chair Sinanian.
Yes. Any other entity? And I have none either. Do we have to approve the 3 existing ones, or
It's
Or does
already
it-
part of the process.
it's already
If you'd
part-
like, you can adopt 6A2 with the 2 additions.
Okay,
and then
so-
that'll be the 3 with the 2 additions.
can we have a motion to
I'll
adopt?
make that motion.
Second.
Very well. May we have the roll call, please?
Authority members Devine,
Yes.
Friedman, Garpetian,
Yes.
Kelly,
Yes.
Najarian,
Yes.
Brazilian,
Yes.
Chair Sinanian.
Yes. We're done with this. Thank you, Mr. Fortney. What is next on the agenda, Mr. Clerk?
Mr. Chair and authority members, B is City Attorney regarding Housing Authority meeting schedule for 2016-17 fiscal year. B1 is a motion establishing Housing Authority regular meeting schedule for 2016-17 fiscal year and canceling specified Housing Authority meetings.
Okay. Do we have a motion for that? Or is there a presentation on it?
No, sir. It's just the standard meetings. As you know, we take holidays that fall on Tuesdays, as well as based on the schedule of constructing the ordinance. We will take a Tuesday off that precedes or immediately follows a holiday, so that the clerk has time to put the agenda together, city attorney and all the department directors have time to review. And that is basically what we've done for the last several years. It's similar here. And if council needed, for some reason, to call a special meeting, then we would, as we normally have and in the past, call that special meeting.
Very well. Do we have a motion for 6B1?
So moved.
Second.
May we have the roll call, please?
Authority members Devine.
Yes.
Friedman.
Yes.
Garpetian.
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Najarian.
Yes.
Brazilian.
Yes.
Chair Sinanian.
Yes. Next item, please.
Next item is authority member or staff comments.
Do we have any staff comments, authority comments? None.
Just
Thank
off
you.
time. We don't.
Yes. Do we have new business? We do not. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
We're adjourned at 3:19 p.m.